In my mind, this whole movement is a stand in the world that young people and the future leaders will have a chance to use these kind of approaches. And the approaches for me, doing things like making sure that kids do get to see the world as an interdependent whole. That's just worthwhile in itself. The chance that students get a chance to have tools that help them understand how near-term decisions play out over long periods of time and interact with feedback loop and accumulation dynamics. A chance to help students look at their own assumptions really critically and inquire into other people's assumptions, and overall make the world kind of become the world that they really want to see.
I teach math at the high school level, and what I am seeing here is a person who has a year of experience fixing a diagram because the diagram speaks English and makes sense. It's so non-traditionally mathematics. There are no X's and Y's and A's and B's and C's. There are words, there are flows, there are accumulations. It makes sense to people. We need to be teaching this in mathematics because it is our job to help people model, give them the tools to model things in the real world. This makes sense to people.
In education in general, we tend to be satisfied when students understand. We get them to a place of understanding and then we're done. And a possibility with systems thinking is the impact that it can have on teachers and systems to recognize that that's not the place where the done is. If you can get kids to a place where they're ready to take an action. And with systems thinking, it almost, you don't have to try. It just causes students to ask questions about how can I impact the system and what role do I play in it, what can I do? Even if that's not what a person went into using systems thinking for, it leads to that outcome. And that's a big possibility.
It can empower students if they understand the system in which they live. Because I think if there's no understanding, and I think that is the beginning of it, then they won't know where to take action. They won't feel like, you know, they are part of the system, that they can do something about it. And so the understanding through, you know, understanding the structure will help them understand how they can take action. And I think that can be a very empowering situation.